guys, this is Courtney from Willow's Bloom, and today I'm going to talk to you about what is going on in the astrology for September. And I'm super excited to chat with you guys about this and go over it for all of the signs. It's probably going to take me a second. It's my first video doing this for all of the signs for the whole month. So I'm just trying to find my footing and see how I can do it in the most timely way possible. Okay, so before I get started, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not going to really be talking about the moons this month because I will still come out with my new and full moon videos for all the signs. So I'm going to go over that in explicit detail. Explicit? Is that the right word? I feel like that's not the right word. I'm going to go over it in detail in the other videos, so let's not harp on it here. Okay. All right, you guys, up next we have Cancer and Cancer rising. So before I get started today, I did want to mention that I'm going to be dividing this analysis by planet. So the dates might seem like it's not going to be like a story that flows in chronological order because I'm going to look at how the planets are moving chronologically, but then I'm going to start over with a new planet and that's chronologically, so the dates are not always like linear. I hope that makes sense. It might be a little confusing. If you don't like the way that I do this, let me know in the description box, the comment box below, and I will do it in a different way. So just offer whatever solution that you have. So for you guys, the sun is going to be in Virgo in your third house for most of this month. And then at the very end, on the 22nd, the sun shifts into Libra, which is your fourth house of home and family. So when the sun is in the third house, there's always a lot of activity. It's a lot of busyness, and I feel like it's funny that the card I pulled was tranquility. But it feels like the opposite of that, honestly. To have the sun in the third house feels very stimulating. But you will have Mercury in the fourth house, which is a little bit more focused on the home, on the family, and on rest. So there could be a sense of tranquility that is the ultimate outcome of what you're doing. But I do get a sense of busyness from the astrology. So we'll see what that means, why I pulled that. The other aspect of the third house is understanding how to communicate differently with people, how to share your ideas, express yourself, and become closer with people as a result of this ability. So having the sun move through here is kind of like your soul is gaining new lessons, new stories, new experiences and insights around on how you can understand people and share your own ideas so that you're understood. So I do think that that's a main topic, and I also pulled a card that says communication, so it kind of reiterates that that's going to be a heavy focus for you this month. On the 6th, the sun is going to make a trine to Uranus, which is in your 11th house of friendships. So you might feel at this time that you're able to communicate your ideas a little bit more clearly, or that you're having positive changes in your communication or positive changes in your friendships as a result of things that you're talking about with them. On the 14th, the sun is opposing Neptune, which is in your 9th house. So I kind of feel like this is a time where you might start to feel like other people's beliefs are different than your own, or like you're not sure what your beliefs about something are. There is some like lack of clarity around, I guess, an inner knowingness that can come up at this time. And I think that some of this will pass on the 16th when the sun makes a trine to Pluto, which is in your 7th house. I almost feel like other people are going to help you understand what you believe. So if you are kind of like not sure what to do about a certain scenario, or not sure what you think about something, or you don't really know how to communicate about it with someone else, I feel like on the 16th, when the sun makes a trine to Pluto in your 7th, you're going to have a conversation with somebody or have an experience with somebody, or they're going to share some ideas with you, and it's going to bring about more of that clarity and more understanding, and then you'll be able to communicate about what you think and even decide what you think. On the 29th, the sun is going to make a trine to Saturn, which is in your 8th house. So this can be a time when you feel like some of the issues of your past are coming up to be resolved through communication. So you might have ideas or thoughts or insecurities that surface up to be resolved. It feels positive because it's a trine. So it's like the energy is flowing together with these two things. So you can have some of those more intense thoughts, but I feel like it's coming from a place, a positive place, or it's going to have a positive result, I should say. So on the 22nd, when the sun moves into Libra, your focus will be a little bit more on your home life. So the latter half of the month, you might start to feel like it's good to be alone. It's good to kind of take care of, I guess, like nesting, especially as a Cancer, to make sure things are clean, to throw away old stuff that doesn't fit in your life anymore. That might be sort of the focus, is a little bit more of like a cleansing of your home and of your emotions and things like that. Okay, let's talk now about Mercury. So you guys are going to have Mercury in Libra, which is in your fourth house, and it's going to be in here until November 5th. So there's going to be a really big focus right now on your emotions, on your home, on your family, and on your sense of security in your life. So on the 4th, you guys are going to have Mercury make a trine to Saturn. So this can create some level, like I keep saying to people, it's like some level of commitment or making a decision. So if this is related to your home, it could be, okay, I'm going to decide to buy a home, or I'm going to decide to help this family member, or I'm going to put more effort into remodeling this part of my house, or doing this thing that I've been wanting to do around the house for a while now. Or you're going to commit more to managing your mental health in a different way and become, it's like you're stepping up in some form of responsibility within the home. Like your mind is telling you it's time to get on board, it's time to make a decision, a responsible decision. On the 20th, Mercury is trining Jupiter. So any effort that you've been putting into your home life, into your family, into managing your emotions, understanding mental health, those things are going to improve, and it's going to improve your communication. It's going to improve your relationships as a result. Any prior effort that you've put in, especially with that trine to Saturn, is going to come up now as a positive result on the 20th when Mercury trines Jupiter. Then on the 22nd, Mercury is squaring Pluto. So this can be a time when you start to kind of butt heads with family members. Other people want you to do something that you don't want to do. Other family members could be having issues in their life, and it's creating a source of instability or discomfort for you and your mindset. Communication can be blocked. Communication can be frustrating. Other people kind of want to force their beliefs or ideas on you, and you're not on board. So this square feels a little bit tense. But then on the 27th, when Mercury goes retrograde, you're going to have a chance to re-examine any of those issues. So if you've had some stumbling blocks or a little tension come up with family, you can start to look at that. What does that look like? What is that? How can I resolve that, essentially? This is a time for you to finish up any like little things around the house. So if you've started projects, if you started throwing something away or cleaning or remodeling, this is a great time for you to wrap up the loose ends, anything that could be standing in your way. If this is emotionally, it could be a good time to reflect on your, the last few months or month that you've had and how you felt emotionally, how you've communicated about things. And I guess just kind of do an assessment of where you are and where you want to be moving forward. It's interesting because I pulled this ambition card, the king, or not king, the Knight of Swords, ambition. I don't feel like it's about ambition. Swords are actually about thinking and communication. So to me, a knight is some like faster thinking, faster communication, things having quicker results. Making progress and effort towards it, but not quite being at the end result, not quite having the rewards that a king or a queen of the swords has. So I feel like you guys are kind of in this learning process. You're dealing with your own thoughts, with your own mind, with communication and other people's thoughts and minds. And I feel like that's just kind of like the center focus of what you're experiencing this month for the most part. You also have the luck card. So I feel like in some senses, whatever you touch is kind of going to turn to gold, or whatever effort you're putting in is going to have positive resolution. The luck card to me is saying that working on your communication, working on your mindset is going to bring you more luck, but then you also just naturally have luck. And it's going to bring you more tranquility. So I feel like having ease in your thoughts or ease in your communication not only brings more luck into your life and relationships, but also brings an inner peace that you can't get otherwise. Okay, you guys have Mars in Virgo, which is in your third house, and is going to move into the fourth house on the 14th, the middle of the month. So you guys are going to have a heavy focus again on communication. With Mars in the third house, it's a little bit more likely that sometimes you could get a little agitated or be a little bit less patient with people. You could be much more passionate about sharing your ideas, sharing your beliefs, getting your concepts across, but maybe not as patient with receiving and understanding and trying to meet other people where they are. So I would highly encourage you to examine that aspect of yourself and curb any impulses to project your ideas out into the world without being receptive to others. On the very first of the month, Mars is going to make an opposition to Neptune. So this is when you might actually lack a little bit of clarity around a situation. You might not know what you think about it or how to talk about it or how to bring it up. You might feel like, you're not really sure what's going on, or like you don't have all the information, and it's because you don't. On the 6th, though, Mars is going to trine Pluto, and the information will come to the surface, and it will come from a deep inner knowing that you'll kind of resolve any lack of clarity. It's like your intuition is like, okay, this is what this means, and this is the information that we're missing. This is how to move forward. On the 25th, Mars is trining Saturn, which to me is you guys having a lot of diligence and patience to actually have these difficult conversations. Mars will be in the 5th house by this time. 4th house by this time. So scratch what I just said. Mars trining Saturn is going to give you that diligence and patience, specifically for your family members, for your home life. So if there has been things that you needed to do to wrap up there, you're going to have the stamina to do so. You're going to have the stamina and the ability to support other people who really want to rely on you towards the end of the month, specifically family members especially. All right, let's talk about love. So you're going to have Venus in Libra, which is your 4th house of home and family. And then on the 10th, it's going to move into Scorpio, which is your 5th house. So the first 10 days of the month are really around creating those familial relationships, creating more bonds with those who are extremely close with you, who already know you like a brother, like a sister, who connect with you and they see you in your raw element at home. Doesn't have to be family. Some people aren't even friends with their family, but there is some element here of being more connected to the really close people in your life. And then on the 10th of the month, it's going to move into your 5th house, and you're going to start to be a little bit more exploratory. I want to meet new people. I want to connect with people I've never met before. I want to go on dates. I want to take trips with some of my friends. Like, there is some kind of like desire to explore some of the more pleasurable things of life, some of the more exciting or new or different things in your life that feel like they're outside of comfort zone, but also exactly what you want, kind of thing. Like, I think you guys know what I mean. So on the 5th, Venus is going to make a square to Pluto. So this is in your home and family. So you're gonna maybe experience around the 5th some familial or really close relationships having like a little bit of a monkey wrench put in them. With this square with Pluto, it can bring out kind of the darker sides of people. So if you have a disagreement, if you have a lack of understanding, then when this Venus squares Pluto, it's like it can exacerbate that. It can make it so that people are not shy about saying exactly what they think, are not shy about trying to control or manipulate you, or just any kind of shadows can come out. But then the next day you have Venus making a trine to Jupiter, so all of those issues kind of get wrapped up in a bow and resolved very quickly. They don't linger, they don't stay. It seems like Venus moves on really quickly and starts to create some more harmonious aspect in the sky. So bringing about just an evening out of the temper and an understanding and a desire for harmony above whatever issue arose the day before. On the 17th, Venus is squaring Saturn. So you might actually feel at this point when Venus is in your 5th house that if you did go on dates, if you did start to pursue some of your pleasures, some of your hobbies, that you're not actually getting from it what you wanted. It's not as fulfilling. It's leaving you a little bit frustrated. There needs to be some change. So, if it's you like pursuing a hobby, or if it's you in your relationship with your children, or if it's you traveling with your friends or going on a date, like some part of that left you feeling like it wasn't quite right, like it wasn't quite fulfilling, like you weren't supported, like you weren't loved or received or understood in the way that you wanted to be during that process or during that event. And so you're going to start to feel like things are sticking, like they're not moving forward, or like you need to make a change. And then it will get to this point where you feel like you absolutely need to change on the 23rd when Venus opposes Uranus. This is when you're going to start to realize, okay, I got to make a change to the way I am with my friends. I got to make a change to my circle, to like how I pursue these passions, how I pursue these hobbies, or how I relate to other people, how I date, how I speak to my kids, or some aspect of your life is like, okay, I need to change. Whatever, this felt exciting at first, and then I realized something was wrong, and now I'm going to change it. And then after you make those changes on the 29th, you have Venus trining Neptune and Venus squaring Jupiter. And I feel like this is the universe saying, good job on those changes. You are cultivating more luck, more tranquility in your life because you've made the effort to do something differently, especially when it comes to socially or romantically. I feel like it's going to especially come up in that area of your life where there's something a little off. There's something that needs to be adjusted. And then once you do, it's like we're giving you this feeling of completion, this feeling of fulfillment, this feeling of compassion and understanding between yourself and others. And it's going to feel like your social life improves at that time. So the last thing I wanted to mention is that we are having 2 moons. I am not going to cover it in this video because I'll have other videos on it. But there's a September 6th new moon in Virgo. And then there's going to be a September 20th full moon in Pisces. So I just kind of wanted to mention that. I'm not even going to talk about what that is. But those are some big energetic dates for you guys. So I look forward to seeing how this month unfolds for you. If you like this, if it resonates, please like and comment down below. And I hope you have such a beautiful day, you guys. Bye.